Hi everyone, Arturo Spraycasso here. Today's painting is advanced, and the name of the painting is the flume. This is what your painting is going to look like. It was a lot of fun creating it. I hope you guys have a lot of fun making it. Alright, first layer, we're going to begin with some orange. This will be our sky layer, and we're going to transition that from orange to red. So we're going to take the red and we're going to add a thin coat of that, just like so. Nice. Now we don't want the red to overpower the orange, so it's just thin coats. And then we're gonna add some orange just to finish the transition between all the colors, so you can really add some darker tones to the sky, but yet you can still see the red and the orange. Now we're gonna soften all this up together with some yellow. This will be the light coming in from this side of the painting, this side of the sky, just like so. Now I'm going to add some plant life, maybe just to darken up the sky a little bit. I'm going to add some black, very thin layer of black. I also don't want the black to overpower what we just did. Okay. Now then, you can do this. I'm doing it in a magazine sheet so that you guys can see the colors that I use. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a magazine sheet. I've gotten that question asked before. It can be just off on the side of your painting on a palette, something. Okay, so I'm going to mix a little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow. Now this is what's going to create the background plant life. Okay, there doesn't need to be too much detail, as there's quite a bit of light hitting this plant life already. But you want detail enough so that the viewers can see that it's actual plants in the background. So we're going to do this throughout our painting in the background. Alright, now to soften it up a little bit, I'm going to use white in my straight edge, just so that you can see the light bouncing off these trees back here. This is a cool little technique that I use when creating background trees. Now with the orange, I'm just adding some highlights, so it's not completely white. Okay. Adding a little bit of blue. See that? Okay, this is a pretty advanced technique, so I want you guys to practice it. Make sure you clean your straight edge when you do this. You don't want drops to land on your painting. That's happened quite a bit to me, believe me. Alright, now our painting's still moist, so we're going to use the Spraycasso tool and just remove some of these trees. Now you don't want them completely white, so you're just kind of scratching and mixing the paint at the same time with the broader end, see that, of the tool. Now I've had a lot of questions. Yes, my Spraycasso tools will be soon out on the market. They're specifically designed for this style of art. At the moment, I'm waiting for a shipment, so if you guys want to give me some time on that, I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, so see what I'm doing here? Just going up and down will give you a very nice bark effect. Just like so. Now, we went ahead and added some shadows to them, and now we're just adding some highlights. This is where the sun's hitting them, just like so. There you go, nice. This gives your trees more realistic, a 3D view of them. Okay, I'm just creating some water using the same colors from the sky that we created. It's just a little bit of white. Now I'm going to mix green, yellow, and some white, and I'm going to use a sea sponge to create some lighter highlights of this plant life that we've already created. I'm just going to go through here, and this is the plant life that is getting hit with the sun rays. This is a different layer. In this layer you can overlap your trees. See that? That way it gives more dimension to your background plant life. It's no longer just the background. We can scratch off some branches here to make it more of an interactive layer. Just like so. Now if your paint starts to dry, you can use clear coat. Go back, add some more twigs. Here I'm using a little bit of brown, black on top of some orange. And I'm going to create a rocky layer. This could be a rock. This could be some ground. It's up to you guys how you guys work it. In this case, I do believe I'm going to leave it as a rock with a little bit of ground surrounding it. I'm going to scratch off another tree. And the thicker you want the tree, well, you just twist the Spraycasso tool to hit it on the broader edge. But then if you do that, make sure you go back and you add some bark to it. It'll make it more realistic rather than having a plain white tree. Then we'll go back, add some shadows, a little bit of highlight to it to give it a cylindrical form. Okay, we'll spray a little bit of black, just like so. And then on the other side, we'll spray a little bit of white. There you go. And yet, see, underneath those colors you still have your barks. So it's not like you have a completely perfectly round tree. Now using the same technique that we did to create that rock, I'm just going to add some random rocks here. This could be on the shore. You can even put some rocks in the water, kind of sticking out. You know, it's your imagination, guys. Put them wherever you want to. You can make, you know what would be cool? Put like a little path going across it. It's up to you guys. It's going to add a little bit of white to these rocks that we just added. Okay. Now then, I believe I'm going to add another rock here. And the way I did that is just I mixed some yellow and some brown together. These rocks will be closer to us. And you see the yellow gives it natural highlights. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, now with the Spraycasso, with the straight edge, I'm just going to go ahead and add some color surrounding these rocks. And then with the white, I'm going to turn that into water. Now see right here, this would be a perfect spot for a waterfall. So what you do is you get a straight edge, a bendable one, a piece of cardboard, bend it, and with a little bit of white, this may take some practice, guys, you can create a small waterfall. See that? Okay, I'm just going to paint this blue. I'm going to add some more color to it. I don't want it to be just plain blue, so maybe a little bit of green. I do want to use the colors that we used on our sky, so I'm going to put some orange, some yellow, a little bit of red, and see, because we have blue already added to the bottom as our base color, which is the water, when you add a tone or a light layer of red, it's going to turn into a purple, which is a pretty nice effect. I'm just adding some yellow now. Little bit of orange. Okay, now we're going to add the mist on the waterfall. Nice. Some shades of white. Of course, you want light hitting it, and as you know, water does have quite a bit of sparkles to it, so we'll just add some shades of white to it. Some ripples. A little bit of brown and black. Some looks like this. We're going to add a piece of land that's closer to us, so you don't really need quite as much detail to it. It's so close to us, it's almost black. You want to create just the lining of it, the shape if you may, and then spray paint it black. See that? That's the quickest way to create a quick terrain that's close to you. A little bit of yellow, you can add some highlights. So it's not so plain. Okay. And the more you tap on the yellow, the lighter it'll get, so you can actually remove some of that yellow. You'll have something that looks like this. You can go back and maybe with the Spraycasso funnel create some trees. And what I did is I just spray painted some black in it. Just created some, maybe a broken tree right here. You can make them thicker than this. Alright, just like so. Maybe a branch coming out, something like this. Right, I believe I'll add another one. Excellent. Look at that. And see, that way it looks like you're standing on part of this land. These trees are right in front of you. Taking a look into the rest of the scenery. So that's what you guys should have created. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Leave me some questions, comments, and until next time, folks, don't forget to sign your